we go. If this is your first time taking Stretch and Flow, my name is Nick from the Palo Alto Fitness Center. We're going to go ahead and do a quick posture check. So as we're standing right here, we want to make sure we have our shoulder blades are down and back here. So if we are standing in this position, first thing we want to retract those shoulder blades back. And you see how my shoulders are shrugged up here? I want to imagine someone's hands are here and pushing them down. So once again, retraction and depression of the shoulders is how we're trying to stand. All right, so now that we got that position in, let's work top to bottom. We'll go with the neck to begin. So we'll start off with our lateral movements here. So use the chin as a guide. I'm looking in one direction right now, still trying to maintain that posture that we just went over. And as I'm here, I'm gonna slowly look into the opposite direction. And repeat nice and slow. Just feeling out the neck right now, feeling how difficult it is, or maybe how easy it is to get the shoulders in this low position here. So chin is looking in one direction, looking in the other, keeping that posture. And recover, nice work. We're gonna go in our flexion and extension of the neck now. So how this one works, same thing with the posture here. Imagine this chin is your guiding force. Once again, I'm gonna not only push my chin down, but I'm also gonna push it towards my body. So you can even use your hand and your fingers here as a guide. As I push down, or chin down, I should say, and I'm gonna push in towards my body. You're gonna feel a little stretch in the back of your neck here, but you still wanna keep the posture that we talked about. Now from here, I'm gonna slowly just tilt the chin up towards the sky. Trying to feel that stretch in the neck portion here. And I'm gonna repeat nice and slow. So bring that chin down and back in. Bringing it back up. Back down. Once again, I'm pushing the chin in towards my body, slowly raising it up. Back down. One more time, back up. Back down. And recover. Nice work, everyone. All right, so we'll start off that one for the neck here. Let's go ahead and move into the shoulders now. So we're going to go with flexion and extension of the shoulders. So standing up nice and tall, arms are to the side. I'm just going to raise those arms above my head like this. Slowly bring them back. And as I do so, I'm actually going to bring my arms a little further behind me here. Nice and slow. Now what I'm trying to work on is make sure that my spine and my hips stay still. So I'm not overarching that lower back. I'm just getting a nice and slow stretch here. Keeping the arms out, fingers. I like to actually open my fingers at this point as well. Just loosen the hands. Nice work, everyone. Let's do that one more time. Now from here, we're gonna bring our hands behind the head and we're gonna go into, this is called a handcuff rotation. So right now my fingers are behind my head, behind the ears here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my arms out like this. So right now they're facing forward, right? I'm gonna rotate the hands and I'm gonna face them away like this. And then I'm just gonna slowly bring them to mid lower back. So if you can cross your fingers, go for it. All you really need is just to get your hands behind here. And then the same way I came down, same way it goes up. So I'm gonna bring my hands here. I'm gonna face them away now. Behind the head. And that's our handcuff rotation. So we're gonna repeat that nice and slow. Let's go ahead and try it out. So bring it out, rotate, bring it in. And I'm really trying to keep that torso upright as I do this. Especially as I move, you're gonna notice the body wants to lean forward. So try your best to keep that posture check that we did earlier. Take this one nice and slow. Nice work, everyone. Keep breathing here. Let's go ahead and bring those hands behind the lower back one more time. We're gonna hang out here. And we're just going to find a position for the hands, maybe mid back, lower back. And from here, I'm just trying to get a stretch into the chest and the front part of my shoulders. So I'm lifting the chest up here. You see how my elbows are to my side? Now for the next 20 seconds or so, we're just gonna find a good stretch position for those. So you can keep them where they're at now. You can even bring them slightly forward like this. You can bring them out to your side. I just want you to slightly move them forward and back. And then once you find the area that you would like to stretch, whether it's more extension here, or a little bit more rotation here, you're just gonna hold for a little bit, keeping that chest up, and we're gonna breathe in, breathe out. And recover. Now from here, we're gonna bring our hands behind the head. That's the start position, right? And we're gonna do the exact same thing here. So right now, my fingers are crossed. You can keep them separate. We're going to bring the elbows forward. I'm going to tuck my chin down like this. And then from here, we're going to go out and extend. So I've lifted the upper back. Slowly bring the elbows forward and down, nice and slow. Then extend and open. And we're just going to repeat that again for another 10 to 15 seconds. Just trying to find out where you would like to hold your stretch. And then go ahead and find whether you are in this forward position or this extended position. We're just going to hold and breathe. Big breaths in, big breaths out, and recover. Nice work, everyone. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and we're going to slowly move into the lower body. We will start off with our toe touch with our fingers together here. So how this one works is we're going to bring our fingers together like we just had them here. And it's a good stretch for the wrists as well. I'm just going to extend like this. Feet about hip to shoulder width apart. And all I'm going to do is just slowly guide the hands down, bending at the hip. Try not to force this one too hard. Just listen to your body. How low can you go with your fingers together? And we're just going to hold here. And we're taking deep breaths in and out. Big breaths in. And we'll slowly come on up. Great job, everyone. From here, we're going to go with our alternating windmill. So I'm just going to get a little bit of wider stance. Now, we're trying to keep the legs somewhat straight on this one here. So we're not trying to squat too much just yet. We're going to keep the legs slightly straight. Arms going to be out here. My goal is to get this opposite hand reaching towards that opposite knee, that opposite shin, and eventually down to that opposite foot, right? So from the front view, if I'm here, looks like that. I'll go back to the center and I will switch sides. From the side view, if I'm right here, once again, I'm not trying to squat it down, right? I'm just trying to keep a hinge and a rotation. Let's go ahead and try it out, everyone. Nice and slow. So first progression, I can reach for the knee, right? And then shin, and then really get in that hip bend nice and slow. You want to keep your back flat as you do this exercise. This is a great one for the hips and the spine. Just slowly hinging at my hip and rotating, trying to reach for that knee, shin, or ankle. Nice work. Let's do that. One more time per side. One more time per side. And recover. Whew. Nice work, everyone. All right. Excuse excuse me. For the next one, we are going to be onto the floor here, a half kneeling position. We're going to work on our lateral position. So grab a mat or just make sure you have enough room. I'm just using this mat that you see here. That's pretty much all the space that you need for this next stretch. Now this is going to get into the inner thigh here. So how this works, if I was in this position right here, and if it's a little too much on the knee, I would grab a pillow or something to place right underneath your knee here. So I'm in this upright position with this leg here. I'm just going to bring it out like this. So my goal is to keep this leg straight. Right now my toe is pointing forward. To make it a bit more comfortable, I'm just, let it slide out a few degrees there. And this is my start position here. Now, what I'm trying to stretch is the inner thigh, as I mentioned here, but we're also going to get the hip flexors and the extensors stretched out. So how this one works, I'm just going to sink this back. You see where my hands are? I'm just going to bend at that hip joint, right? But you notice this stays straight. So I'm sinking into that hip bone, that hip joint area, right? And then as I come up, I'm just trying to straighten out my body here. So I'm not arching my lower back. I'm just squeezing my glute muscles. I'm squeezing my abdominals, and you're gonna feel a stretch here in the front portion. Now, as I go back, you're gonna start to feel that stretch in the inner thigh and even stretch out that lower back as well. When I'm here, I'm gonna tighten up those muscles. Once again, that stretches out the hip flexors here. And we're just gonna repeat that nice and slow. Inhale, exhale. Do that one more time, nice and slow. See how far back you can go. And recover. Great job, everyone. Now from here, same thing. I've gone back to my front position. I can already tell a difference when I'm stretching out this side here. This side's now pretty tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this other leg here. How far? If your leg is bent like this, that's definitely not far enough. So I'm just gonna slide it out to it's straight. And then if you want a little bit more, you go a little further out. But just start off, at a pretty okay distance, and you can stretch it out as you go forward. So I'm gonna bend. Once again, this leg stays straight. Now as I come up, I'm gonna squeeze my glutes and my abdominals, right? So it meets right here in the middle, so I'm not leaning back. It's pretty much a straight line. I'm gonna sink down, squeeze. Go with maybe 2 more, and then we'll finish off with a standing stretch for the day. Squeeze those glutes and the abs and recover. Great job, everyone. Now, this next one, you can do this one in a seated position or standing. I'm actually going to show you in a half kneeling position just because I'm here and I have a little setup here. From here, I'm going to get my fingers together and I'm going to extend above and hold like this. And I might have lost you for a second, but it looks like I'm back. This is just our last stretch for the day, everyone. We're just gonna angle here and hold. You can do this one standing, seated, or in this kneeling position like I am. Slowly switch. One more time per side. Big stretch here. I like the seated and the half kneeling because it locks your hips in. When you're standing, sometimes it's easy to just angle too much. And then last one is protraction, fingers together with my chin head down. I'm just gonna open up and open the spine, reach for an object in front of my hands and hold for 10 seconds. Taking deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Open your spine. And recover. Whew, that one felt pretty good. Great job, everyone. So that was our stretch and flow. Let me know if you like this more full body variation for this month. We'll be doing something similar on Thursday, just different exercises, different progressions on those. But I hope you enjoy and sign up for our Spring Madness Challenge that starts on the 7th. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you at the next class. Take care. Great job, everyone. Remember, these are recorded on our YouTube channel.